Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. We start here on the daily time frame, and yeah, the Bitcoin chart continues to be in this channel. I think we developed that one together. I think we developed this together, and I showed you. Look, we have a lower boundary line, we have an upper boundary line. It's not the most. It's not the clearest price channel around, but we have two touch points up and down, and therefore it is a valid channel, and we're moving in the channel until we get really a break out of the upper boundary line of the price channel here. We're just moving in a range in a range of a corrective price channel basically, which is fine. It's good to see that the move down does not look impulsive, which is perfectly in line with the overall bullish thesis. I know, the analysis has remained the same now for quite some time, and I always feel bad when the analysis isn't changing, but there isn't really much to add. I mean, if you watch previous videos, then you know we are likely in this B-wave pullback. You also know that the idea is still that the price is on its way to potentially 130k plus. We are moving in a correction here. And you will see on the smaller time frame that it really looks like a sideways range here. So in a sideways range, really there is no progress, right? Which is why I put into my members update today that I'm really sorry, but the analysis hasn't changed in the last week or two. No real progress, just some short-term volatility really. But yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, because if we don't see any impulsive move to the downside, if we don't see a break below critical support levels, then we can still focus on our 130k target, which is the next milestone target for the bulls. Not necessarily the maximum target for this bull run, but it is the next milestone target for the bulls. And when we get there, we can add next support levels and so on. But there seems to be a magnet there in this area around 130, 135k. You might remember that we talked about this move up as a fifth wave, and it is likely going to be an A, B, C structure, and we could now be in the B wave. That might be a normal pullback, or rather sideways consolidation with a C wave to the upside still to come. And we need to wait until this B wave is complete to really confirm the start of the C wave and confirm the next rally towards 130k. I made a video on the MCO Global channel yesterday, discussed a little bit on, is this the last opportunity? The last real pullback opportunity in this rally, in this bull market, which started in 2022. You will find this channel linked in the video description, yeah, or just type in MCO Global on YouTube. Now, overall, I want to highlight here 81,355 remains the key level. For me, the bull bear pivot. Okay, so we have here the 78.6 retrace level, 81,355, 78.6 retrace. As long as the price holds above, I think we're still in a bull market. A break below this level, and we're far away from it, and I don't necessarily expect it to be tested, but again, we are we're very far away from it. But this is the room we have to give the market in a B-wave pullback. So as long as we're holding above it, I'm looking for higher. Below, yeah, the idea is that a bear market might have started. We'll need to look at the structure then as well, but that would be at least first proper confirmation. Until then, we don't really have confirmation. Okay, exception would be if we now saw a 5-wave move down on a decent time frame, not just 3. Then we can already start to assume we might have topped, but for now, we have just sideways consolidation up here, which indicates still some underlying strength here. Let us take a look at the shorter time frame now for BTC. And you see that the triangle that we talked about here over the last few days, this is the 15-minute chart, the triangle that we discussed over the last few days has been respected so far, or until we had now a breakout to the upside. So price was just consolidating between Wednesday and Friday. Let me actually update this, because I added another triangle shape to the chart this morning. Yeah, so we do have a larger triangle as well. This is why I said, look, if you look at this, the market hasn't really made any progress since, you could say, the 5th of June. We had a 3-wave move up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up. So it also means that this entire range could actually be a triangle. For now, I'm tracking this as an ending diagonal to the downside, as you know. So like a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, and then the third wave down now is an A, B, C structure in wave 3. Then there could be a 4 and a 5. If this really is a third wave, it should probably look more like that. Take us more into the region around 95K or so. But as I said, there hasn't really been any progress over the last few weeks, last couple of weeks. The market has only been moving sideways. But yeah, this can still count as a diagonal. Good news is that we don't have any impulsive price action. So all pullbacks, all movements to the downside have remained corrective. Now, this does look like a 5-wave move, okay? Which means maybe this entire move here is a triangle. So I will see how it develops, but the first resistance here is now 106,819 to 107,761. Been highlighting over the last few days, we really need a break below this 103,400 level to confirm we're starting the next leg down, because until then this could just, because of the corrective price action, could just move sideways. Again, this would be the first resistance. We could even explore whether, again, this entire move is maybe the B wave triangle. Okay, that's why I've got this. I think I should probably put the blue B wave here now, just to say, look, the B wave can be a triangle. A, B, C, D, E. Would it really change much? Not really. It's sometimes difficult to distinguish between a triangle and the diagonal pattern. So obviously this could go a little higher, but actually should also probably respect this micro resistance here, between 106,819 and 107,760. If this really is the case, whether it's the blue count or the yellow count, the next move down should be quite fast. But what if we break out? I mean, what if we break higher? I mean, at the moment, as I said, there is no sign the triangle is breaking down. We would need to see some kind of a start of serious downside momentum from this region. If this doesn't happen from here, then we might consider, yeah, as I said, that this B wave is still unfolding, okay, as a more complex correction, a very complex correction. So, but the bottom line is that I don't really have a really bullish breakout pattern that I can track. Well, I could start it, but it's not useful at the moment. I can't really track a bullish breakout count on the micro level until I see a proper 5-wave move up. And with all these 3-wave movements to the upside, it's a bit tricky. So we remain flexible because a triangle remains a pattern of indecision. As I said, the market hasn't really done anything of substance since the 5th of June. At the moment, we're simply moving in a range. I think the previous swing lows, previous swing highs are well documented. And yeah, just be ready for a break below this 103,400 level. But until it happens, the market could just continue to grind here in the current range, just sideways. I think the focus for today, over the coming sessions, will be this resistance area and this swing high at around 109K, because a break above would invalidate the idea of a triangle. It would also lead to a larger reinterpretation. Well, it would simply be this blue B wave, yeah. But then we would have to define, okay, what's the actual micro count for it? Overall, I don't really see any high probability setup. I think that is important. This is simply consolidation, and we're just waiting for the next, you could say, opportunity here. That's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.